Assalamu alaikum. This is Afia Fatma and my roll number is PP1650011 and the group number is 14. My topic is the mixed hyperlipidemia. What is mixed hyperlipidemia? Mixed hyperlipidemia is a genetic disorder in which higher levels of cholesterol, triglycerides, and other lipids in the blood. This disorder contributes to heart disease and early heart attacks. Mixed hyperlipidemia is also known as familial combined hyperlipidemia. It is the most common inherited lipid disorder. So, what is the mixed hyperlipidemia? As the name indicates, it's a hyperlipidemia. It means that the higher levels of the lipids, which is the cholesterol, triglycerides, and other lipids in the blood, which contributes to the heart disease and the many other cardiovascular diseases like the stroke, coronary artery disease, etc. It is classified into two. First is polygenic, and second is the familial combined hyperlipidemia. Polygenic. Polygenic is usually often occurs in association with type 2 diabetes, impaired glucose tolerance, obesity. It means if the someone has the type 2 diabetes or impaired glucose tolerance, so it's a high chance of the polygenic hyperlipidemia. Another is the familial combined hyperlipidemia. It is dominantly inherited disorder caused by the overproduction of the atherogenic lipoprotein B containing, which results in elevation of cholesterol triglycerides. This condition is modified by factors such as age and weight. So, what is the lipoprotein? Lipoprotein is a mixture of the lipid and protein. So, by the overproduction of the lipoprotein, it results in the high level of the cholesterols and triglycerides, and it is modified by the factors such as age and weight. Risk and risk factors. Hyperlipidemia is inherited and causes high lipid levels. Lipid levels will be even higher if also have a condition such as diabetes, hypothyroidism, obesity, alcohol abuse. It means if the some person have the disease like diabetes or hypothyroidism, so it's a chance of the increase mixed hyperlipidemia, and it results in the many heart disease such as the coronary heart disease, early heart attack, peripheral vascular disease, and stroke. Next is the types of hyperlipidemia. There are the several types of hyperlipidemia, and it is due to, like, the first one is type 1, which is the rare hyperlipidemia, and it is due to the increased lipoprotein of chylomicrons, and it is treated by the diet control. Another is the type 2A. Type 2A is the familial hypercholesteremia, and it is due to the increased level of LDL, and it is treated by the bile acid sequestrants, statins, and niacin. These are the classes of the drugs of the hyperlipidemia, and I will discuss later what are these. Next is the type 2B hyperlipidemia, and it is also called combined hyperlipidemia, and it is due to the increased production of the LDL and VLDL. Next is the type 3, which is the rare type of hyperlipidemia, and it is due to the increased lipoprotein of LDL, and it is treated by the fibrates and statins. Next is the type 4, which is the familial hyperlipidemia. It is due to the increased lipoprotein of VLDL, and it is treated by fibrate, niacin, and statins. Next is the type 5, which is also a rare hyperlipidemia, and it is due to the increased level of the VLDL and chylomicrons, and it is treated by the niacin and fibrate. Next is diagnosis. It is diagnosed by factors such as family history, especially of heart disease or hyperlipidemia, and by blood tests. It means, first of all, we check if the patient has the family history of heart disease or hyperlipidemia. And if it is yes, then we go to the blood test. And due to the blood test, we have a whole lipid profile about the disease like HDL, LDL, and triglyceride, total cholesterol. And these are the desirable ranges. If the person is above or below the desirable range, it means there's a problem in the lipid profile, and which also the result indicate the mixed hyperlipidemia. Next is treatment. How it can be treated. As it is an inherited disorder, so it means no cure. But the goal of treatment is to reduce risk of heart disease and its complication. So we can't cure disease, but we can manage it. We can manage it so that the person cannot go to the further disease like heart disease and and risk of this complication. There are two types of management. First is non-pharmacological management, and another is pharmacological. Non-pharmacological management includes the diet changes and lifestyle changes. Diet changes means that the patient should have the low in total fat, saturated, and cholesterol. It means the low fatty acids diets. Avoid alcohol intake and eat more high fiber foods. Lifestyle changes means lose weight, quit smoke, exercise regularly. And before starting exercise, talk to the doctor because some exercise causes the hardening of arteries or leads to the heart disease. Pharmacological treatment. Pharmacological treatment includes the drug classes. There are the four types of drug classes, which is used in the disease of mixed hyperlipidemia. First is statins. Statins are the drugs that competitively inhibit HMG-CO reductase, resulting a decrease in serum cholesterol levels. And these include lovastatin, paravastatin, simvastatin, etc. Next is the bile acid sequestrants. Bile acid sequestrants are the anion exchange resin, and it lowers the serum LDL levels, and it is useful in the type 2A and type 2B hyperlipidemias. Third type is nicotinic acid. Nicotinic acid is used in reduction of the triglycerides and total cholesterol. It is useful in type 2A, type 2B, 3, 4, and 5 hyperlipidemias. And its example is the immediate release nicotinic acid, extended release, or sustained release nicotinic acid. And it is usually administered at higher doses, like zero point 0.5 to 6 grams daily. Next is fibric acid. Fibric acid, it primarily decrease serum triglycerides. So it is used in the type 3, 4, and 5 hyperlipidemias, and its examples include gemfibrozil, fenofibrate, clofibrit, etc. Next is the case study. So, what the case studies say, a 62-year-old divorced female whose weight 58 kilogram and height 5 feet 4 inches presents for her annual physical exam. She has a history of hypertension and high cholesterol. The patient takes 5 milligram per oral of lisinopril, denies chest pain or lower extremity edema. The patient works as full-time as graduate nursing program, professor, non-smoker, and occasional drinker. This patient participates in yoga and aerobic activity daily and follows a diet plan. Her lipid profile is total cholesterol of 302 mg per deciliter, HDL 117 mg per deciliter, and triglycerides 109. The patient states she has no complaints at this time. Pertinent physical findings include BP 148/90 millimeter Hg, heart rate 60 regular, carotid pulse equal without broods. Laboratory test discloses normal TSH levels, normal renal and liver function, and a fasting glucose of 120 milligram per deciliter. High urinary lysis is normal. So, what the case study says, she is taking the medication that is lisinopril. This is the medication of hypertension, and she is not taking the medicine of the hyperlipidemia. And her lipid profile is also seems to be increased levels. BP is normal and heart rate 60. Carotid pulse with the equal without bruise. Bruise means bruise is the abnormal sound in the heart, so it means there's no cardiac problem. And laboratory test of the TSH, renal and liver is also normal. So come to the soap notes. Soap note. First of all, subjective. Subjective age 62 years, weight 58 kg, gender female, BMI 21.8 kilogram per meter square. History, she has a history of hypertension and high cholesterol. Current medication she is taking is lisinopril 5 milligram per oral. Objective, her blood pressure is 148 90 millimeter Hg. Lipid panel, total cholesterol 302, HDL 117, triglycerides 109. Cardiovascular 60 regular rate, fasting glucose level 120 milligram per deciliter. Assessment. By above subjective and objective, what can we assess? We assess that she had a disease of the hypertension and uncontrolled hyperlipidemia. So now we can plan that what should we do to reduce the um, risk of the CVS or the hypertension. Plan. Medication to control hyperlipidemia is as this patient has a risk of high atherosclerotic cardiovascular disease in future. She needs to be on a high intensity statin regimen to get her cholesterol level lowered. So she has a disease of the hyperlipidemia. As we see, she has a high cholesterol level, total HDL and triglyceride high. So because of the high cholesterol level, she has a chance of cardiovascular disease in future. So we give them a high intensity statin regimen. So the statin regimen includes the atorvastatin and rosuvastatin of a dose of 40 to 80 milligram or 20 to 40 milligram per day. So this is the medication of hyperlipidemia. And for the hypertension, she is taking lisinopril, which is the valid. So continue lisinopril 5 milligram per oral. Third thing is the fasting blood glucose, which is 120, and it defines as the impaired fasting glucose. However, some clinicians consider her a diabetic, but we have to sure if she is a diabetic or not. So we evaluate by the HbA1c and glucose tolerance test for the further define of diabetic state. Next, for the regular non-pharmacological treatment, she should avoid high fat intake, alcohol, and high salt in food, regular exercise, and maintain weight. So this is all about my topic, mixed hyperlipidemia, and I hope it is clearly understand. Thank you.